Hi there, how's it going? Stats chat time once again on wheelerbetting.co.uk with me, Chris Graham, late on a Thursday night. A very tired Chris Graham, must have said. But anyway, I'm here and looking at 5 of the weekend fixtures. I've trailed through numerous stats for the last 2.5 hours and come up with 5 that have caught my eye. And I'll start with a game on the Championship this weekend. A game between Doncaster and Reading. And Reading, a prolific record against Doncaster. They've got the best head-to-head record amongst any of the 5 games mentioned this week's stats chat. Unbeaten in 12 since 1985. Played 12, won 10, drawn 2, lost none. A really dominant record. Highlights, the biggest victories actually came at the start of the spell and at the end of the spell. A 4-0 win back in 1985 kicked off this long run, this long dominance over Doncaster. And the last time the sides played, another 4-1 win for Reading back at the end of last year. So a really dominant record there for Reading, unbeaten in 12. Last Doncaster win was a 4-1 win actually on September the 8th, 1984. Prince Harry was born the same week, and Nigel Clough signed for Notts Forest the same week as well, signed by his dad, of course, from Heanor Town. I've never heard of him either. Game 2, Sheffield United against Port Vale, and this is all about over 2.5. This fixture, the last 9 times these sides have met, it's gone over 2.5. Last 3 games, in fact, were 2-1 wins, and interestingly, no draws in this 9-game run as well, which I found quite interesting. The last time it went under 2.5, it was a 0-0 draw back in November of 1997. But the last 9 times Sheffield United and Port Vale have met, it's gone over 2.5. Will that continue at the weekend? Let's hope so. Game 3, Oxford against Accrington, and Oxford, I mean, it's not an outstanding sexy start, but the key point is, according to the data that I've got in front of me, Accrington have never ever beaten Oxford. Certainly no since they've come back into the league, that's for sure. They returned to the league in August 2010. They played Oxford 9 times since then, and they've never beaten them. Oxford are unbeaten in those 9 games. Played 9, won 4, drawn 5, lost none. So that's quite an interesting start. BTTS no, so one of the sides drew a blank, as paid out in 7 of the 9 matches. Interesting enough, so not a goal. It's a game that's laden with goals, but essentially Oxford, unbeaten against Accrington, certainly since they came back into the Football League in 2010. Very, very similar start now, but in Scotland, and that is the fact that, again, according to the data in front of me, Ross County have never ever beaten Kilmarnock, who they meet at the weekend. Kilmarnock, of course, reached the top flight for the first. Ross County reached the top flight for the first time in history. Started last season, 2012-13. They played each other 6 times in the league since then. Kilmarnock unbeaten. They also played each other back in the Scottish Cup back in 1962. Kilmarnock, of course, a much bigger side, then beat them 7-0 on that occasion. But overall, Kilmarnock played 7, won 5, drawn 2, lost 0 against Ross County, so never been beaten by Ross County. Interestingly enough, that 1962 season, Kilmarnock finished 5th in the league, and the team that won the Scottish League that year was Dundee. Imagine that now, eh? Wouldn't that be quite exciting? And finally, another Scottish game to wrap us up. It's all about over 2.5 in this other game. Dumbarton against Hamilton is what it's all about. Over 2.5 the last 10 times these sides have met between 2004 and 2014, and both teams have scored the last 10 times as well. The games have taken place in the 2nd tier, Scottish Cup and the League Cup. But March of 2004 was the last time both teams to score and over 2.5 failed to pay out. So both teams to score and over 2.5 the last 10 times Dumbarton and Hamilton have played against each other. See you later.